Right, the flexi-i-file starter set. This, I haven't opened this yet. I haven't even looked at any instructions anywhere online for it. I thought I'd open it as if it was someone getting something new, just to see how easy it is to grasp. As you can see, it is basically the flexi-i-file starter set number 700. It says on there. On the back of the packet, it just says a few other products that they sell. So let's have a look inside the packet. Now, I'm just gonna cut all the way around. That's the easiest way. Okay, so inside the packet we have this. Oh, there we go. Let's just have a look there. We have obviously the frame for the file. As you can see, it's tensioned to go around shapes like this, which is specifically why I bought it, to do fuselages and things like that for aircraft. There's nothing else there. It says that it's anodized aluminium frame with a flexible polyester abrasive tapes. So inside the packet we get a sponge. I think that's just a backing sponge to stop everything from moving around in there. That's excellent, great for cockpits when you want to cover them for painting, so that's a keeper. Right, we've got in here ideal for small scale models, metal and wood, removes flash, etc, etc, grip for every job. Caution edges, a flexi-file is sharp and can cause cuts, and that's it. It says what's in there is one frame and 6 tapes. So that's everything that's in there. There's no instructions or anything, so let's have a look inside the packet. So we have got 6 tapes in here. We have a very quite a rough grit, a not so rough grit, and then a fine, very fine grit. On the backs of these, I don't know if you can see this, not the same as on the back for everyone. There's like a strip of plastic there, which obviously just gives a little bit of structure and strength to the actual sandpaper itself. So I would imagine that makes it last longer. I would imagine stops it from wearing away and you know, fraying at the edges and things like that. So I have got this is the Airfix 148 Supermarine Seafire FR47 that I'm doing at the moment. Now, as you can see, just run a toothpick over there. I've deliberately left, okay, just a ever so slight step in there, all the way around, and that way there. See, ever so slightly, minute, not even half a millimetre. Just purely for this demonstration, just to see if how the flexi-file works, and you know, how much it destroys. Really, I want to see how much of the panel line it destroys around that area as well, because if you're using a flat one, you're obviously going to make this area flat here, and I'm hoping that this goes over like this and it reduces the amount of flat area that we have, and it actually follows the curvature of the fuselage. And as you can see, it's actually moving to curvature. So I'm quite that's the only reason I've got it, is literally just to do fuselages. So what I'm going to do, I would imagine we squeeze here to get this tape off. Now whether you would want to keep that on there or not, I don't know, for storage purposes, but I would imagine you just keep the file on there. Now I'm not going to go with the rough one straight off. I don't think the step's that bad. No, I don't want to go for the rough one straight off. Let's see. This is like a medium grit. Let's just double check this, and that's a very fine grit. So let's try the medium grit. I don't know what the grit sizes are. It doesn't say anywhere on the packet, so it's just a case of simply hooking that on there like so, and away you go. You're safe to go. So let's have a look. I should do the underside first. Alright, so there's a step going this way across here, very tiny one. So let's have a go. First thoughts are, it's ever so easy to use. I mean, it's quite natural, as long as you get this seam line smack in the middle. Seems to do Very excellent job. Now, let's just have a look. So you can see, still a very small step there. Okay. If it's not picking it up very well. There. Okay, so you can see what it's done so far. Now on there, there's a very small flat area, but it's only where the file was actually touching, rather than it ploughing in. I doubt if we're going to be able to do this way, but it's just, you see this is very ever so slight. There you go. Okay, so I'm just going to carry on and do a little bit more. The good thing is with this, it's very easy not to apply too much pressure. You can apply as little or as much as you want without losing the shape of what you're trying to do. Now that to me looks there or thereabouts. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to change this over and put the finer grit on. I think you probably still have to go over this with a polishing stick at the end of it, which I have. I use the Florey Models polishing sticks. I think they're awesome. But let's have another look. This one actually almost feels like wet and dry. I would imagine you could probably wet this. Now this one, because it's a lot thinner and a lot softer, you can see that it's conforming more than the other one was to the shape of the fuselage. So you can get that more rounded feeling from it. And we should just be there or thereabouts. Now that was quite a step that I left there deliberately, purely for the sole demonstration of this. That's an excellent job. And I tell you what, looking down it, I've lost none of the curvature whatsoever of the fuselage. The curvature is still completely there. I'll just check this. As you can see, it's not catching on anything now. Might just need a tiny bit there. Now I'm going to really apply some pressure here so it really conforms to the shape of the fuselage. I really like that. As you can see, I've lost absolutely none of the shape. Let me just get that focus. You can see, get my finger out of the way. Absolutely none of the shape of the fuselage on the bottom there. I'm hoping this is picking this up. It's still got that curvature, that natural curvature. So I'm just going to quickly give it a blip over with the polishing pad. Now what I don't want to do is destroy all that work I've managed to keep with that. Polish it right up. And there you go. That is, I've got to say, I'm very impressed with that. I've just found a new tool that I'm going to use a lot more often. That is absolutely beautiful finish, and I've not got one single flat spot along that fuselage now. Really don't think you're going to get this, but as you can see, let's just get it focused. There. Just trying to see if you can see that curvature there on the fuselage. Absolutely perfect. Not one single flat spot on there, and apart from the line where the paint's been, where we've got the paint that's come through on the glue, you wouldn't even be able to know that there was any That is extremely flat. That is beautiful finish. And as you can see as well, right, let's get this focused. Right here and here, you can see the seam lines just about still. It's taken a minuscule amount of the seam line out, right on the crease of the join there. So the minimal. A minimal amount of rescribing to do, and that is, in my book, that's brilliant. Rescribing is one of the most horriblest things going with regards to modelling. It really is a pain in the butt. But that is, I've got to say, smooth as a baby's bum. That is absolutely brilliant. So I'm going to carry on and do the rest of the modelling now, and you can catch up how this model finishes out on internationalscalemodeler.com. But this has got to be one of my new, going to be one of my new usable toys, and this is the flexi-i-file starter set. And if I remember right, this was $9.99 from Models Like Go, and in my eyes, that's a worthy £10 spent, because that is absolutely beautiful. I mean, I really can't stress. I don't know if the camera really picked it up, how much you would normally lose to a flat spot by doing that, and how much there isn't a flat spot. There's just complete natural curvature there, and there's no sign whatsoever of the seam line at all. So that's the flexi-i-file review. That's a recommend from me, 100%. Go and get one. If you like your planes and you do a lot of aircraft, then I think this is a no-brainer. For a tenner, you'll pay a £5 for a pack of 3 sponges, and this will save you the work of all those sponges. Obviously, we don't know how long these are going to last. They look like that will wash out, but I shall try that as well. But apart from that, for $9.99, I think that's a good buy, and it's a very natural way of getting rid of that seam line, and I love the way it conforms. It's excellent. Okay, so that's a recommend for me. Thanks a lot.